Mr. Acting Secretary, what happened on Sunday night in Chicago? It seems like it was a lifetime ago, but Saturday night, I guess Saturday night was when I started seeing it. And so I was like, I better get back home. But it was a real backup. And then, as my friend said, it was coming back from Istanbul. He didn't really get pressed with questions about his temperature or where he had been. It was very hodgepodge, the screening as he was entering back into U.S. and going through customs. So what's going on there with the screening and the temperature taking, or is it not being taken?
So on last Friday night, we began travel restrictions from Europe. So what you saw in airports on Saturday was the first day on dealing with that. And so that was a three times as much traffic from Europe as we saw from China. So we had to adjust our operations, which we did. Just yesterday, we had average wait times at our funneling airports of about 27 minutes. And so we really see a lot of improvement that we did from Saturday to Sunday. Now, there's a number of other countries that folks will travel from that don't get the medical screening. The president has decided to input those from China, Iran, Europe. UK and Ireland are coming up at midnight today. So we'll continue to look at other countries that we need to impose those travel restrictions to look at that enhanced medical screening, but we feel comfortable where we're at.
Yeah, can you again, when you put the restriction in place, which was really smart, I'm glad we did it.
Right.
If anything, we could have done it sooner, but everyone would have criticized you if you did it sooner. So it's like you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. But given that, why wasn't there any, like, it's pretty obvious that there's going to be a big crush at the airport. So why wouldn't people be 6 feet apart? Or why would you not limit people's entrance into the airport so they're not all crowded together, perhaps spreading the virus?
So what we saw is we had one particular concern at Chicago O'Hare. What we had at the other 12 airports was the process working. So we had a process issue at Chicago. We fixed that in a matter of hours. And what you saw the very next day is, again, wait times at a very minimal rate. Like I said, 27 minutes, well, average wait times. So we fixed that. We'll see another large surge of individuals coming from UK and Ireland that will have to enhance medically screen as well. But I'm sure we're up to the challenge, and we'll continue to process those folks.
If Kyrgyzstan can use the thermovisor technology on passengers, why aren't we doing it?
Well, we're certainly looking at a variety of technology. I will say that we have a very large population and volume that's coming in. So just this weekend alone, so Saturday and Sunday alone, we enhanced medically screened around 60,000 passengers. So that's quite a workload at those 13 funneling airports, and we'll continue to look at whether we need to expand those travel restrictions and expand that medical screening.
And the report about what's happening at our southern border, you all have stopped a surprising number of Chinese trying to come into the country, and then people still getting into the United States trying to claim asylum. What can you tell us just about the border and the China, barring Chinese from entering the country?
Well, whether it's our southern border or northern border, it's a very real concern there on how we impose these travel restrictions. And so what I can tell you is any given week we have between 7,000 and 9,000 folks that are illegally entering our country. And these are individuals that have no medical history, they have no travel history, often don't arrive with any identity documents. And so it's a really real concern. They come in traveling in very poor conditions, perhaps in tractor trailers from stash houses and the like. So we're very concerned. But
I'm sorry to interrupt, but we're almost out of time. Are they being immediately sent out of the country? I mean, we're in a national state of emergency.
Right.
The Democrats are always saying, yeah, they should just stay here and be processed in these detention centers that I've been to. But don't they need to be sent immediately out of the country in a state of emergency so we don't have more problems in our healthcare system?
That's exactly right, and we're certainly taking a look at that. Obviously, we have a set of laws that restrict our ability to do that.
We are, Laura. It should have been done the first minute that the national emergency was declared. Mr. Secretary,